This half hour, we are continuing to follow news about an officer-involved shooting in Los Lunas. It happened just after 11 last night near Canal Street. Los Lunas police were at the Hilltop Apartments when they spotted a vehicle police in Belen had been involved with during a chase earlier in the day. Well, we're told a man and a woman came out of an apartment and began approaching officers. When officers noticed the man holding a long assault-style rifle, state police say the officers told the man to drop the weapon, but they say he raised it in the direction of officers. Officers fired, hitting the suspect several times. The suspect is now undergoing surgery. We'll keep you posted as we learn more about the situation. The video of a deadly shooting involving Albuquerque police in the foothills recently is now the most viewed and talked about story on KRQE.com. The graphic video, which shows the shooting death of a homeless man, has been drawing a massive backlash against police. Matt is in the Newsplex with more. Hey, Matt.
Elizabeth, this helmet cam video has been out for just a few days and it already has almost 130,000 hits on YouTube. It even has some people calling the officers involved murderers. Now, we're going to show you just part of it this morning and a warning for you. It is graphic. In the video here, it shows James Boyd in the foothills last Sunday. It looks like he is turning away from officers when we hear a number of shots being fired. Then Boyd falls to the ground with two knives in his hands. We're freezing the video right before he is shot. We do know he is rushed to the hospital, but he dies the next day. Investigators say Boyd was arguing with police for hours that day after officers tried talking with him about camping illegally. Police Chief Gordon Eden says Boyd even threatened the officers. Now back to this video and the negative publicity that has come with it. It now has some city leaders, including Council President Ken Sanchez, saying this is the last thing Albuquerque needs right now.
We need to restore confidence in our Albuquerque Police Department, and we need to respect the work that many of our law enforcement officers do in our community.
Councilor Sanchez watched the raw video for himself. He says he was troubled and deeply concerned. He also says Albuquerque needs more officers to serve the community. Sanchez worries this shooting will be a massive blow for the police department and possibly for the people who live here. In fact, Council President Ken Sanchez is even calling for a federal investigation into the shooting. Listen to him.
I believe that this shooting also needs to be included on the investigation of the Department of Justice. And I may also ask the council that we look at allowing the Department of Justice to come in and oversee the Albuquerque Police Department.
Mr. Sanchez says he is alarmed the police chief came out so quickly to justify the shooting. Sanchez says he believes the shooting should be part of the U.S. Department of Justice investigation into the Albuquerque Police Department. As you heard him say, that is an investigation that's been going on for a few months now. Elizabeth?
We are learning more about the death of a 12-year-old boy in Valencia County last month whose body was found in a vacant lot. The accused killer made a court appearance on Friday.
Given my client's low mental functioning, I do not believe that he understands his rights nor the charges against him. However, at this time we would waive formal reading and enter a not guilty plea.
15-year-old Brandon Villalobos there faces a first-degree murder charge for the death of Alex Madrid. Alex was found hidden under a mattress in a field in Meadow Lake in February. Deputies say Villalobos admitted to hitting Madrid after getting into some sort of an argument. Albuquerque Journal reports that Madrid suffered repeated stab wounds to the head and trauma to the torso. The district attorney has opted to try Villalobos as an adult.
A police dog from APD shot 3 times while trying to sniff out a suspected burglar is now at home recovering. The dog, named Rico here, was shot Friday morning after police got a call about a man spotted inside a large industrial park on San Pedro in the far northeast Heights. When police got there, they sent Rico in to go find the guy. Then they heard shots and Rico was hit. Police say no officers fired their guns that morning. They also say the man shot himself. Investigators have not released his name just yet. He did die from that gunshot wound. Well, a service dog seriously hurt in this crash we showed you last week near Route 66 Casino is doing a bit better. Tango here was thrown 50 feet from an SUV. He's now recovering and even breathing on his own. Tango's owner, the driver of the SUV, Leonard Day, was not seriously hurt in the crash. He is now facing felony animal cruelty charges, and investigators say if blood tests show Day was drunk, he could get charged with DWI.
Governor Susana Martinez is getting some criticism for coming down on legislative watchdog committees. Some lawmakers say that this is an attempt to limit their oversight of the Republican governor's agencies. Administrative agencies are now telling the Finance Committee and the Education Study Committee that their requests for information must go through the governor's chief of staff to be approved first, and then information will be provided. Typically, the committees call agencies directly. A governor spokesman says that administration agencies will continue to provide requested information to the legislature consistent with state law. The job market is looking a little grim for Albuquerque. According to Albuquerque Business First, the Duke City is one of a few metro areas in the country that had over the year job losses. The report says that the city lost 4,100 jobs last fiscal year. The economy had been growing through most of 2013, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, it has gone through 4 consecutive months of major job losses.